This review will cover the case of the North Hollywood shootout. It took place on February 28, 1997. It started around 9:17 in the morning and lasted 45 minutes. And 12 police officers were injured, as well as 8 civilians, and both of the bank robbers were killed. The Bank of America branch in North Hollywood, California, was the bank robbed, and one bank robber had on full homemade body armor, and the other one had on a bulletproof vest. So let me give you some background on this. Let me get this on the screen here real quick. One moment, please.
The city is under siege. We've had some very large shootouts, but this was bigger than any of them.
2 commando-style bank robbers ignite a savage shootout.
These suspects were using AK-47 assault rifles.
Wounded police and civilians are trapped in a war zone.
When I was shot, I wasn't going to lay there and resign myself to death. I was going to fight.
Now, the anatomy of the fiercest gun battle in U.S. police history. Shootout, the North Hollywood bank robbery.
That's some background there. As you can see, as it was stated, it's the most dramatic shootout in U.S. police history. And let me get a second screen on here. One moment. A little more information about this particular shootout. One moment, please. And after robbing the bank, the 2 robbers exited. They eventually dropped the money and tried to escape. And let me get this on the screen here.
If you've ever been around a jackhammer, you can actually feel the concussion against your chest. And already 150 feet away, we could smell it.
Suspect Larry Phillips appears robotic. He's not going down after being shot numerous times.
I knew we were outgunned because we don't have automatic weapons.
The LA police officers try to apply lethal force, but their handguns and shotguns don't have the range or the ability to penetrate the suspect's body armor. The department had lobbied for patrol rifles, but the request was denied. Now, they're outgunned in a war zone.
As you can see, that's the bank robbers do have the high-powered weapons. The police actually had to go to a gun store and retrieve high-powered weapons, which enabled them to shoot it out with the 2 bank robbers, and the SWAT team was called. And let me get another screen on here, which details this also. And let's see, that should do it. And there we go.
He ran by me. I said, "What are you shooting at?" He said, "There's another one. He's under that truck."
I don't remember exactly what I told him, but that's at that last few moments when Larry Phillips was walking towards us. I said, this is it. I'm going to feel him hit me. I'm going to go down right here. And the second I turned, there was actually a fire hydrant right to my left. And I just jumped over the hydrant and ran across the street.
The cold-blooded killer fires his AK-47, but the weapon jams. Police call it a stovepipe jam.
A stovepipe is a very common malfunction, and it's where the empty shell casing doesn't completely eject and is just hanging there like a stovepipe. To clear it, you just need to hit that thing, and the gun's ready to operate.
But instead of clearing it, Phillips abandons his jammed AK-47 and pulls out his 9mm handgun.
And that's Phillips. He's the one of the bank robbers. He tried to escape on foot, and the other one escaped in a car. It looks as though they actually got separated, by the way, accidentally. And a few moments later, his handgun went off, and whether or not he took his own life or whether he not the gun discharged as he was reloading remains unclear. And the other bank robber escaped in a white car. Let me get that on the screen here momentarily. One moment, please. And there it is.
Maserano then hobbles around to the driver's side. Police now believe he has been hit in the lower leg.
It was literally impossible to to block every side street simply because of the sheer numbers of side streets and people that live in the area.
Matasarantu suddenly fires through his windshield and strikes an oncoming Jeep pickup truck. The driver of the pickup abandons his vehicle. Matasarantu pulls up and proceeds to retrieve more weapons and ammo from his trunk. Matasarantu now attempts to hijack the pickup, but the driver took the keys with him. Officers wave the SWAT unit down the street. They think they're going to rescue someone injured. Instead, they pull up within feet of the suspect. Matasarantu abandons the hijacked truck and fires at SWAT from the hood of his getaway car. SWAT officers pummel rounds under 3 vehicles toward Matasarantu's feet.
And that's the second bank robber. Eventually he was hit 29 times in the leg, and he surrendered. And they tried to get, and he bled to death on the scene. They couldn't get an ambulance in quick enough because it was just too chaotic a scene. And I guess that should do it. If you've heard about this case before, hopefully it's a quick flashback. If you're hearing about it for the first time, hopefully I was able to get everything in here for a quick and informative review. And let me get a final screen on here, and that should do it.